Okay, so the first question here is just a mean question, right? You have to know how to find mean. We've been doing it all year, so I don't think this should be too difficult. You have to add these up. Now, when I hit end here, you're going to see that there's actually a decent variety of answers here, which is concerning because, I think when I see numbers like it's like 4.4, 4.7, 5, 5.3, that tells me that you're in the ballpark. That tells me that you're doing something, you're doing it right. You're doing the process correctly. What you're doing incorrectly is actually you're misadding or you're misdividing or something. So hopefully when it comes test time, hopefully you guys will all say, because you will finish this test probably in 25 or 30 minutes, okay? Hopefully you'll all say, let me go back and just re-add this, okay? So the correct answer, as I said, was 5.4. Now, like I said, some of these are really close. Now, we did have 41.5. I'm going to show you exactly what that person did here in a minute. Okay? So you have to add all these numbers up. Now, when you added them up, I believe you got 81. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, for the person that got 41 point whatever, what they did is they went, put this in their calculator, plus, 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 all these pluses, and then they did divide by 15 at the end. So your calculator, what it's doing is it's going to do 11 divided by 15 first, okay? Then that's going to be point something, 0.8, something like that. And then it's going to add 0.8 to all of these, okay? Which is why you got something around, well, I don't know where 40 came from, to be honest, now that I think about it. Because it should be around 70 is what it would be really, really close to. So just remember, you have to total them up. You actually have to hit enter. Then you need to divide it by however many numbers there are. There are 15, you end up getting 5.4. Now, the rule said round to the tenths, right? Well, if it says round to the tenths, we all know that the tenths is the first number after the decimal. Yep. So that would be where the 4 is right there. So since that goes to the tenths, is there any number other than 0 to the right of that?
No.
So no, that would be all good, right? So we're done there. Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's finding mean. Finding mean.
How many people get 40?
Here we go, guys. Okay, so we had to find the median of this. Again, round to the tenths if necessary. It won't be necessary this time, but if it was on there, you might have to do it. So we had the majority of you say 5, which is really, really good. We'll go over it now. What's the first thing you have to do when you're finding median? What is the very, very first thing that must happen, or else you will not get it correct, Kylie? You have to order them least to greatest. So when I look up there, I see 2 2s, right, guys? And again, I know you didn't have the benefit of having them written on to be able to cross them off. You will on the test. How many 3s do we have? 2?
2.
Okay. Stop. Okay, we had 1 4. How many 5s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them? 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, cross them off as you go here, just so that you're keeping everything all good. Okay, now we're going to go to 6. I see 2 6s. Right? I see 1 7. So 7, 6, 6. I see 1 8. I see 1 9. And I see an 11. Now, what can we do right now at this step right now just to ensure that we actually did everything correctly? Count them just to make sure. So I know there are 15 there because we just found the mean of them. So now we're going to count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so there's my 15. So again, you can, when you're crossing off the smallest and the biggest, you could do small, big, or if you know there's a bunch of them, you could do a few at a time, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just be careful doing that, okay? Either way is fine. We still have more to go. 1, small, big, small, big. There we go. We know we had 5. That's going to be our very middle number. Now, a little check that you can do tomorrow on the summative is, real quick, just count up how many cross-offs you have on each side of your median. You should have the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're good. We know that middle is there. That number is directly in the middle. Okay. Now you are being asked to find the mode. Remember, the mode is going to be the most occurring number. So everybody in the class got that one good there. So we know that 5 occurred 4 times. No other number appeared more than 2 times. Go ahead. So now we're going to go ahead and tell me the range of that set of numbers. All right, so range, once again, something we've been doing all year. Everybody said 9. That's really good. Nice job. Absolutely. Okay. It's the maximum minus the minimum. So you know the maximum there was 11. Your smallest number was 2. So that maximum minus minimum is going to give you your range. Going to be, okay, here we have a dot plot shown. I want to know if the data on the dot plot is A, right skewed, B, left skewed, or C, symmetrical. Sorry, I kind of ran out of room there, but you get the point. So is it A, B, or C? Okay, let's go over it right now. Shh. Okay, so we said, the majority of you said it was symmetrical. We did have 3 people choose differently. Guys, symmetrical means kind of like a mirror image. So that's where most of your data kind of comes in the middle of it, and then it kind of tapers down. So it looks like a mountain kind of, or they would call that a bell curve once you get into higher level stats. Okay, that would be kind of has that, it starts up, round and around the middle, it's at the highest points, and then it goes down, slopes down. Okay, that would be a symmetrical display. Okay? So, you were being asked to find the mean of this dot plot right here. Nate, can you look at me, please? Thank you. All right? So, the majority of you did get it correct. Now, you're going to see 2 big bars there at 6. It doesn't matter whether you put 6.0 or 6. Those are both correct. So, really, we had 18 of you get it correct. Now, I can tell you these 2 people right here, they rounded to the hundredths. It will be wrong on the test tomorrow. Okay?
Wait, how'd they round it?
Well, 6.038. So if it's 6.038, then that means the
8.
the 8 makes the 3 go to 4. Now these other numbers, I have no idea. I'm not sure where 22.4 came from. 3.7, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where, but I mean, we obviously had.
4 probably was just like a typo or something, and then.
Well, maybe.
They just, like,
Okay. Now we have to hurry here because I want to get into the box and whisker plot stuff. Okay, but these are a little bit easier. You could list them out 3, 3, 3, 3. You could do it that way, but I find it easier to just think, well, if I just added it, think about it. 3, and there's 4 dots of 3. Isn't that 12? 4 times 4 is 16. 10, 30, 14, 48, and 27. Add those up, but then remember, you got it. This might have been where the mistake was. When you do that, you get 157. Maybe the 157 just divided it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I bet you that was what it was. Let's see. So it's 157 divided by 7, is that what I said? Yep, that's 22.4. There you go. So the 3 people that got 22.4, that's what you did wrong. Okay? There aren't just 7 numbers here. Okay, you're considering that one number, that 2, that 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's just not the case, guys. Can you turn your body around, please? All the way. Thank you. All right. You have to then count up how many dots there are. So we know it's 157. We have to divide that by how many dots. So 4, 8, 10, 15, 17, 23, 26. So we have to divide it by 26. When you do that, you end up getting 6.038. I told you guys to round to the tenths, so we underline the tenths. Look to the right. If that number was 5 or more, it would be 6.1. It's not. There you go. Everybody got that?
Yep.
Okay, let's get. So the first part of the 5-number summary is the lower extreme. So this is called. We're going to be making the 5-number summary, right, guys?
Yes.
Something we've talked about. Now the lower extreme, that's the first of the 5-number summary. So that is just the minimum, also known as the lower extreme. It'd be all the way to the left of your box and whisker plot. It's where the left whisker goes to, right? So you just find the smallest number up there. It is 1, which we all did. Well, no, we didn't. Thought we did, but evidently not. We had 3 people not thinking 1 was the smallest number. It doesn't get much easier than that, guys. It's identifying the minimum. You just got to look through the list there. Okay, here we go. Let's go on to the next one, which is going to be finding the lower quartile. Find the lower quartile, also known as Q1. Everybody stop and listen, okay? Now, we've got to identify the lower quartile. Now, uh-oh, we might be frozen here. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, so remember, when you're doing your 5-number summary, we didn't do this, I didn't want to tell you guys this, but whenever you see 5-number summary and you start to see these 5 numbers you have to find, what's the very first thing you should do? No. No. List them least to greatest. So 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, that's that one. There's those. Now we have 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now we know that, remember, I kind of gave it to you in a weird order, didn't I? Because realistically, you have to find the median before you can find the lower quartile, right? So we know that we've got to find the median, so cross off the smallest, the biggest, the smallest, the biggest, the smallest, the biggest, the smallest, the biggest. There we found our median, which is 4. We'll get to that in a minute. Now we've got to find the the Q1, right, guys? So now we know that we take the smaller half, the first half of the numbers, and we find the middle number. So we cross off the smallest, the biggest. Then we end up getting 2.5, yes. So hopefully that was just a mistype. Okay? We know that it's when you have two numbers in the middle like that, you got to add them up, 2 plus 3, and that's going to give us 5, and then we're going to divide by 2, which is going to give us 2.5. Okay? Now we'll go ahead and find the third quartile while we're doing it right now, because we're going to have to do that next. So we cross off the smallest, the biggest, up, we have 2 in the middle. Okay, we know that between 7 and 8, 7 plus 8 is 15, divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'll quickly type this up. Okay, so find the, actually,
I missed the number 5. So
find the upper quartile.
Wait, can you type without looking at the keys?
Yes.
I can't. I can't either.
All right, and then finally, what's the last number of the 5-number summary? Why? No. Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll go through here now and fill out everything we know. So going back here, we know that when this is listed out like this, you can do it in any order. I've told you over and over that the best order is to do minimum and maximum first. So it goes in this order. You do the minimum first, then the maximum, that's 9. So I said that it was easiest to find the minimum and the maximum. Identify those first. Those are probably the two easiest. Then you have to find median. We already found that to be 4. I know it says I wrote it in the wrong spot, but that's because I took space away. We knew the median was 4. Then we found the lower quartile to be 2.5. We found the upper quartile to be 7.5. Okay? So here's what I want you guys to do real quick. I want somebody to tell me what the IQR is. What is the interquartile range, Ash? It is 5. It's when we take Q3 and we subtract Q1, which is this minus this, which is going to give us 5. Stop packing up, please. That's our interquartile range. Now, last thing that I want to talk about here is I just want to make sure that you guys all know that you're going to have to draw one on here. You're going to have to be able to draw it. A box and whisker plot. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to number it. So we know that we need to go from 1 to 9 to, guys, stop moving around, please. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? Now we know that our minimum is going to be the first number. That's 1. That's our first dot. Our second dot is our Q1. That's going to go right between 2 and 3. We know our median is going to be our third dot, so that's going to be 4 right there. Our Q3 is 7.5, so that's going to be way up there. And then our maximum is going to be 9. And then we know that we have to draw our box around this right here, Q1 to Q3. We always draw a line right down through the median, then we connect our whiskers. That is the box and whisker plot. That's the 5-number summary.